Welcome to the December edition of Roanoke County Today. I'm Teresa Hall, Roanoke County's Public Information Director. As you might expect, this month's show includes several holiday-related segments, including scenes from the annual Roanoke County Christmas tree lighting, plus information you need to know about trash collection throughout the holidays. Hope you'll stay with us.
Welcome back. I'm Dan O'Donnell, Assistant County Administrator, and I'm here with Wendy Schultz, who's the Tourism and Events Coordinator for Parks and Recreation Department for Roanoke County. And we're here to learn a little bit about Enchanted Eve. Wendy, could you give us an overview of what Enchanted Eve is?
Certainly, I would love to. Enchanted Eve is an alternative to traditional New Year's Eve revelry. Okay, basically it takes place in Vinton. We close off Washington Avenue from Pollard Street to Mountain View, and we create a totally new environment. It's as if you're on a cruise ship. We have different ports of call with all kinds of activities, performances, and special attractions for everyone to enjoy.
Great. How did this get started? Enchanted Eve sounds like a great idea. How did it get started? How long has it been going on? And has it been successful in the past?
Well, it's been very, very successful, and I would love to take credit for the idea, but it actually developed in Boston in the mid-'60s.
Wow.
And there are actually about 95 communities all across the United States and Canada that are involved in an alcohol-free New Year's Eve celebration of this type. And we have been doing this in Vinton now. This will be our 5th anniversary, and it has grown every year.
Great. What is the theme for this year's celebration?
This year's celebration is a cruise ship theme.
Great.
Okay? We can take you to the Hawaiian Islands. We can take you to Japan. We can even take you to Venice. We're going to have a Venetian ball and masquerade ball at the Vinton War Memorial. So we've got lots of different locations, lots of different activities going on, and lots of different ports of call.
Great. Now, I understand there's something called a grand processional that happens. Could you tell us what that is all about and what's special about that?
That's the conclusion to the evening. And actually around 11:30, 11:45, everyone congregates in the street because, as I mentioned, the street is closed off to vehicle traffic. We light candles. We will actually this year have an art car leading the processional, which folks will decorate all during the evening, as well as a magnificent caterpillar, a 40-foot caterpillar that will transform itself into a magnificent butterfly to signify the beginning of the new year. This will all happen as we're traveling down the street. We will wind up at the back of the Vinton War Memorial for the best viewing of the fireworks.
Wow, that sounds fantastic.
It's going to be fabulous.
Tell
Absolutely
us some more about the activities. You've given me a passport.
Yes.
Can you tell me what the passport's all about?
Certainly.
And what the activities
That
are
is your
that are
passport to
inside?
fun.
Great.
Passport to fun on New Year's Eve. Actually, in there it describes the different locations and kind of the theme of each one of the locations. In addition to this, we also do a major schedule that will give you an hour-by-hour description of the different activities and performances and so forth that occur. But additionally, inside there is a contest. And there are 5 questions that folks will have to answer. And if you answer them correctly, number 1, you do have to be at the event to answer the questions in the passport. You will drop it off at the end of the evening, and then one of the lucky winners will actually win a free week stay at Smith Mountain Lake in a fabulous, fabulous home.
You're going to give me the answers in advance, right?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely not. But anyway, inside that we'll tell you about all the different performances. We have all kinds of musical entertainment. We also this year have a lot of entertainment in the street. We'll have a stage set up. We're going to be roasting marshmallows. We will have carriage rides. We'll have pony rides. We have a small petting zoo. We have a train ride. We have craft activities going on inside the building. Lots, as I said, lots of musical performances. We have jugglers. We have a ventriloquist. We have a Monte Carlo casino, an adults-only casino. Of course, it's just for fun, but you can have a great time there. It's as if you're at Monte Carlo. So there's all kinds of things going on, and everything happens between 6 and midnight on New Year's Eve, and everything just continues and continues and builds and builds throughout the night.
Sounds like a lot of activity. Can you tell our viewers what the cost is and we all have these buttons
Yes.
on. I assume that's how you get in, is with a button. So how much does it cost, and where do you get your buttons?
Sure. The buttons are, if you buy them in advance, are $7 for adults and $3 for children, and that includes absolutely everything I've talked about, with the exception of we do have food vendors, so if you decide not to bring your own snacks with you, we have plenty of food available for sale on site. But everything else is included of the cost of the buttons. If you buy them ahead of time, as I mentioned, we have almost 70 different outlets throughout Roanoke, Salem, Vinton, Smith Mountain Lake, and Blacksburg. All of your major banks, Kroger, Parks and Rec departments, all over town you can purchase the buttons. However, if you prefer to wait till that night, the price of each one of the buttons goes up $2, but you can also buy them at various locations at the event itself.
Sounds like a bargain for all of that activity and fun.
It's a complete bargain.
Now, that must have taken a lot of sponsors to put all this together. Can you tell us about our sponsors?
Sure, I'd be happy to. And I'd like to mention, too, in addition to the sponsors, it also takes about 250 volunteers to run the event, and I have a fabulous volunteer committee that meets the entire year to put this event together. But as far as sponsors are concerned, obviously the town of Vinton is a major supporter, as well as Roanoke County. We have WDBJ7, we have Star Country, we have the Vinton Messenger and Main Street newspapers. First Team Auto Mall is our volunteer sponsor this year, as well as the Roanoke Valley Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Great. Now, we are here in the Vinton Municipal Building, and we have behind us some enchanted noisemakers. Could you tell us what these are and how that relates to this event?
Certainly. One of the things we do at the event is we have what we call an aspiring artist exhibition, not a competition, but an exhibition, where students can exhibit their artwork alongside the artwork of professional artists. And what you're seeing behind you, this year we brought artists into our After School for Kids program, and they actually made noisemakers. The theme this year was Enchanted Noisemakers. So there are various noisemakers on the wall. We have drums, we have a guitar, we have tambourines, we have maracas, and this is just one sampling. We have various locations throughout the valley to kind of advertise the event and get the excitement to be built. And then the night of the event, the curator will actually move all of the exhibits around town to one central location, which will be the Charles Hill Recreation Center, where we have our Monte Carlo night during the event. So everyone will be able to come down and view all of the artwork.
Great. So if anybody wants any more information about Enchanted Eve, how do they find out?
Okay, they can go to our website, which is www.roanokecountyparks.com, or if they prefer, they can certainly call the Parks Rec office at 387-6078 and just press extension 0.
Great. Wendy, thank you for joining us and telling our viewers all about Enchanted Eve. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And thanks again for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Winter is here, and with it all the sights and sounds of the holiday season, including gingerbread. As part of this segment of our show, we thought we'd showcase some of the beautiful gingerbread houses that are on display at the Salem-Roanoke County Chamber. I'm joined by Debbie Kavitz with the Chamber and Diane Hyatt, who is a member of the Gingerbread Festival Committee. Ladies, thank you so much for taking part in this fun segment of our show.
Thank you.
These gingerbread houses that are on display are actually part of a fundraiser for the Chamber Foundation, correct?
That's right. We really appreciate everyone contributing the entries that they did. All the entries are donated by members of the community, and silent auction bids determine the winners.
Now, this is an annual fundraiser, correct?
That's right.
Now, Diane, how long have you been part of this fundraiser?
I've been working with the committee for 2 years now. I'm one the county representatives on the Salem-Roanoke County Chamber Board, and as a board member, we try to participate in several of the committees that go on at the Chamber.
Tell me a little bit about how the fundraiser works. And Diane, if you wouldn't mind talking a little bit about who benefits from the fundraiser.
Well, each year we have an opportunity for folks to participate and create entries. As you can see around us,
They are
it's
beautiful.
only limited by their imagination.
Right.
And each year is different and beautiful in its own way. And all the entries are donated to the foundation. We have a Best in Show category, that's $1 a vote, and then the other awards are determined by silent auction. So folks can come and place a nice bid and have a decoration ready to go for their home or office, school, or wherever they would like to place it.
And Diane, who benefits from the proceeds of this fundraiser?
Well, the proceeds from the gingerbread houses themselves and from the entire festival that will occur on Saturday go toward the Salem Roanoke County Chamber Foundation. And with that money, they are working to retire the debt on this carriage house that the chamber offices are located in. And also they give scholarships during the year.
And we're actually at the carriage house right now.
That's right. This is the last standing structure from the old Longwood Mansion property, which dates back to the early 1800s. So it's been well taken care of and well protected, and we're so happy to be able to call this home for the chamber members.
Are you ever surprised by the creativity, Diane?
It's fun to go through and look at them, particularly the materials that they use to put together. We see things like Twinkies and cereal and gumdrops and pretzels, all kinds of things that are
Sandwiches.
pieced together.
And lots of gingerbread.
and gingerbread.
There's no shortage of creativity, I have to say that.
And only 2 rules, Teresa. Cannot be any larger than a card table, and everything has to be edible.
Okay. They were so much fun to look at. I can't imagine actually eating or biting into one of them.
No.
Now this, again, is an annual fundraiser for you. How long have you been doing it?
We started with the gingerbread house competition in 2002, and 3 years ago we decided to expand into this beautiful park and have a festival. So that weekend we have arts and crafts vendors and holiday greens and seasonal items that folks can come and enjoy, as well as lots of free activities for the kids and wonderful, delicious food, and just a great community gathering here in the park.
Well, by the time this show actually airs, this portion will be over, but really you feel the effects of this festival throughout the year through the fundraiser.
That's exactly right. We're very pleased that both Roanoke County students and City of Salem students receive scholarships from funds that are raised through this effort of the foundation.
Are some of the stories behind some of these gingerbread houses special?
Absolutely. We're standing here beside Girl Scout Troop 423. These girls have been wonderful volunteers. They work outside in our landscaping. They volunteer at our Shrimp Fest and our Kite Festival. So now they're building gingerbread, as always. And one year there were a couple of gentlemen, actually, who were interested in applying to culinary arts school, and they did beautiful entries to add that to their resume. One won in the amateur category, which was fun to see happen, too.
Well, since this is an annual event, people can go onto your website and learn more about how to participate next year.
That's great.
And tell me the website.
www.s-rcchamber.org.
All right, Diane Hyatt, Debbie Kavitz, thank you so much for participating in this segment.
Thank you,
Thank
Teresa.
you.
Appreciate it. And stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Today we have with us Charlie Poff, Superintendent of the Western Virginia Regional Jail. And Charlie, we're happy to have you with us again today.
Thank you, John.
Charlie, this project is winding down. Can you tell me how the construction is going and what is your anticipated completion date?
Well, John, the construction is ongoing. They have approximately 150 to 200 workers on site each day. The construction process is winding down. It's approximately 53% complete, and our scheduled opening date or completion date is March 9, 2009.
I imagine they're completing the painting, the installing of equipment. What systems are already in place now?
Well, John, all the rooftop units, heating and air conditioning units are in place. We have a lot of the kitchen equipment in place and laundry equipment's in place. Those pieces of equipment are going through currently commissioning to ensure that they're operating like they're supposed to be operating. It's a lot of painting going on inside the building throughout. The electrician is finishing the wiring, pulling wire, installing receptacles and things of that nature. So it's a lot of activity still yet. It's a lot of coordination between the contractors. right now.
I'm certain with any construction project, those last months can be a very challenging time to make sure that things are completed on time and that work the way that they're anticipated to work.
Well, they have to be completed on time, John. Right now we have over 120 staff people on board, and we certainly cannot afford any delays. This facility has to open when it was scheduled to open on March the 9th.
You mentioned the staffing. I believe that you recently had the first graduation of some of the corrections officers that will be working for you.
Yes, sir. That's especially a special event for us. We had 49 new recruits graduate here a couple weeks ago. After graduation, we brought them back to the site for additional training. Right now, they're assigned at our local jails to kind of sharpen the skills that they learned in the basic academy. They'll stay at the local jails probably 2 to 3 weeks training there, and we will bring them back to the site for additional security training, and we'll allow them to get to know the facility and things of that nature.
I believe you have a second class that is now starting.
This past Monday, we had a second class of 49 started. They're scheduled to graduate in February, and we'll bring those guys and ladies back to the site as well to learn our security controls and procedures, learn our policies, procedures, and get to know the building and how to operate it.
One of the things that many people don't realize, Charlie, is that when you are establishing a new jail facility of this type, that you have to write with your own staff a lot of the safety procedures, a lot of the operating procedures and protocols that will be used. Who has been doing this type of work for you, and is that on schedule as well?
Well, John, I'm real proud of our transition team. Early on, we did bring about 12 persons on board, and their responsibilities include writing policies, procedures, developing operations. They took part in interviewing and all the numerous staff that we had to interview to hire the 177 people that we needed to hire. They have to have all these things ready to move into our facility when we open in March, and as well as buying furniture, equipment, vehicles, uniforms. So they've done a remarkable job.
Some of the other things that I think that your people are working for is the coordination of things, such as the video visitation, which is a new process that will be used at the regional jail and is different from what they have at the local jails right now. Transportation from the local jails to the regional facility will be something that you will be responsible for. And some of the other operating conditions and computerized systems, I imagine that your staff is having to work with the vendors to learn that equipment as well.
That's exactly right. We have staff assigned to work with the vendors right now in regards to the jail management system. We have to interface or connect with each of the existing jails, whereas we can share information back and forth. We have staff assigned to our jail security system to ensure that it will operate to meet the needs of the facility and also our staff.
Charlie, I imagine you still have a few openings that you're still trying to recruit for at this time?
Actually, we have approximately about 3 openings left to hire.
That's great. I know that we are looking forward to the opening in this facility. We look forward to an open house, perhaps, that the community will be able to see inside. Hopefully with this video, there will be some pictures that people can have a feeling for what the new facility looks like, and that we will be able to share as they await the new inmates to come and occupy your facility. We look forward to coming with you again.
Thank you, John.
Welcome back. We're here today at Integrity Windows and Doors to celebrate an exciting announcement. Integrity has recently received the coveted Star Safety Award, and with me here today to discuss this program is Vern Tomford, the plant manager of Integrity Windows. Brian Hale, the Environmental Health and Safety Manager, and Tina Hofstetter, the buyer for Integrity Windows. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies, for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vern, why don't you tell us a little bit about this program?
VPP STAR is a voluntary compliance program with VOSH to promote health and safety in our business environments in Virginia and really across the country. We're honored to be part of this program and very happy and pleased that we've attained STAR status.
Now, Brian, I know how hard you've worked on this program. Can you tell us a little bit about it and what it took to achieve this honor?
Well, we really started laying the groundwork back in 2004 when we began the process of opening the facility, establishing our values, our safety programs, and over the past year and a half, we've really involved all of the employees that work for Integrity in Roanoke and trying to get them up to speed on general safety and health things as well as the principles of the voluntary protection program.
Now, I understand this program took over a year to achieve, right?
Oh, absolutely. We worked as a formal team for a solid year plus. As an organization in Roanoke, we've worked since we've opened the doors to establish that groundwork to make it possible.
Now, Tina, you were a member of the safety team that helped accomplish this significant award. Can you tell us what it was like as an employee going through this process?
It was very exciting, getting to do several different activities as far as our safety fair, inviting several people in, and like the fire departments and the police departments, and going over safety. And we've did several different things as far as inside suggestions, letting our employees from out in the plant, if they see something that they think could be a safety hazard, we've put suggestions out there, and we take those to heart and implement them, and we just like being in a very safe environment.
Well, I know that this was a lot of work for you and your team. Now, how many members were on your team?
I think it's about 10 of us, 10 or 12 of us.
Well, they put a lot of hard work into this, and I know how happy that you must be, Vern, to celebrate this day with Congressman Goodlatte and others in attendance.
Very pleased. We had many representatives from around the county and the state here to celebrate this with us here today. I just can't say enough that I'm so pleased that the employees have done as well as they've done in achieving STAR status, and it's really about the employees. And no matter where you go around the state or around the country, if you don't get the employees actively involved, you're not going to be successful.
Now, this is the highest award given by the Virginia Occupational Health and Safety organization, the Department of Labor. And, you know, there's only 40, I think you're the 46th site that was STAR certified in Virginia. Is that correct?
Yes, and only the 4th in Roanoke County.
Well, you know, and I read the other day that there were only 4 in the Roanoke Valley, and you're the 4th one, so congratulations to you. And do you have anything else to add, Brian, that our viewers might find of interest?
You know, it's been a team effort here for the entire group. This is an award and an accomplishment that one person or even a couple of people can't carry forward and make happen. It truly takes every employee that works for Integrity, their buy-in and their hard work and dedication to make it possible.
Well, since Integrity opened its doors in 2004, you've been an outstanding corporate citizen to Roanoke County and an outstanding employer to our citizens. And I just wanted to say thank you on behalf of Roanoke County government. We appreciate all that you do for us.
Thank you, and we're happy to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Knowing when to place your trash can by the curb can get tricky around Christmas and New Year's. So we've asked Nancy DeVal with the county's General Services Department to provide a quick overview of some tips to remember. Nancy, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about trash collection throughout the holiday season. I know you probably get a lot of calls during this time. What should people remember?
Yes, we do. And please remember during the Christmas week that we will be coming early. Since the county is closed both Christmas Day and the day after, we will be coming a little bit early that week. So Monday and Tuesday arrive routes need to be out on Monday. Wednesday routes need to be out on Tuesday, and Thursday routes will be out on Wednesday. Will be collected on Wednesday. We don't have any Friday collection anyway, so that's not affected.
Okay, so if people are tuning in right now midstream, they'll either want to visit the county's website or give your office a call to find out if they have any questions?
Yes, there will be an ad run in the paper as well, and we did send out a postcard earlier that outlined the whole holiday collection schedule. So if they'd like a postcard, please call us and we'll be happy to stick one in the mail to them. But just remember that that week we will be coming early.
Okay, now we covered Christmas. New Year's, same thing?
No, with New Year's we've decided to go ahead and work on that Friday because we knew people would have a lot of trash after the Christmas holidays. So we decided to just stay up Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be on normal schedule.
Okay.
And then Thursday will be a day late it'll be on Friday. And that way people won't be impacted as much during the New Year's week as they were during Christmas.
A lot of happy county residents.
I hope so. I hope so.
I'm sure you will have that. What about Christmas trees? You provide that service, pickup service?
We do. We'll be collecting Christmas trees the week of January 5th. We ask that you put it out on that Monday. No matter what your collection day is, put it out on Monday, and we'll get to it as quick as we can during that week.
Do you get a lot of calls and a lot of questions during holidays?
Yes, we do. People get, I don't know what it is, but they just get very interested in trash collection during the holiday schedules. So we do get a lot of calls, and so we're just trying to get the word out as much as we possibly can, especially with Christmas, because we know people don't want to go into the holiday with a full trash can. So.
Okay. Well, you know, we've had a lot of wind through November and December. What has been the policy with leaf collection?
Well, we are doing our weekly bag leaf collection. It started the first week in November. It actually ends next week. But after that...
Mid-December.
Right, mid-December, But after that, people can still put their bag leaves out with their bulk collection. We'll still get it. It'll just be every other week instead of every week.
But there's no pickup at the curb of unbagged leaves. You need to bag them.
Right. The county got out of vacuuming leaves a long time ago. So.
All right. Well, it's been a lot of information. Again, go to the county website and hit General Services.
That's correct.
To get the holiday trash collection schedule and call your office. What is that number?
That's 387-6225.
As always, we appreciate the tips.
Thank you.
And stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
You're going down on your hand. Nice, Alex. Burn your hand. Right?
This event wouldn't be possible if it weren't for a few people that I would like to recognize and thank. Would like to thank Parks and Rec for putting on this special event and doing such a fabulous job. Also, I would like to recognize and thank you very much to the Haynes family. Penny was telling me the story about the donating of this beautiful Christmas tree. It was only supposed to be 2 to 8 foot tall, and it grew to be 40 foot tall. So it's 5 foot underground at this time, so it stands at 35 foot tall. And without Lynchburg Crane, we wouldn't be able to have this tree here either. They delivered the crane, and to my understanding, it was quite an undertaking. So thank you, Lynchburg Crane.
In the lane, snow is glistening, a beautiful sight. We're happy tonight, walking in winter wonderland. The snow, but children know how came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found. For when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around the streets of town, right to the traffic cop. And only paused a moment when he heard him holler, "Stop! Oh,
That's all for this month's edition of Roanoke County Today. On behalf of all of us at Roanoke County, we hope you have a safe and happy holiday season. See you again next year.